So we thank God for you, and in this live broadcast talking about sufficient grace, I'm joined by my own brother, a good friend of mine. We stood together in different times, and he's going to be interacting with us and just knowing what sufficient grace is all about, and to appreciate God, what the sufficient grace has all been in the year 2019. So this is Apostle Amon is gonna be coming right with me discussing on this very topic. So man of God, you are welcome to this live broadcast.
Thank you so much, Apostle.
Yes.
As earlier stated, man of God has been talking about the grace of God and its sufficiency in the life of the Apostle Paul, when he actually was talking about having a thorn in the flesh, and he mentioned clearly to say the grace of God was sufficient for him, in that it kept him strong to keep on moving and doing the work of God. Looking at the year 2019, a lot of things have happened here and there. People have had hiccups, people have had challenges in different areas of their lives, could be businesses, careers and families. But then the reminder for today, being the 31st of the year 2019, December, we want to encourage you, wherever you're actually catching us from, that the grace of God that has kept you alive from January 1 to today, being the last day of the year, is the grace that will keep you moving in the year 2020.
Jesus.
And so you don't need to relent, you don't need to lose hope.
Yes.
Believe in this God that sustained the life of Paul.
Yes.
The God that gave the grace to Paul to be sustained. The sufficient grace that was available for Paul in those times is the same grace that is sufficient for you and me today. And so the grace in simple terms can be defined as divine strength that helps us to keep on moving. On our own we cannot manage. Apostle, if you look at the Apostle Paul was saying that he had a thorn in the flesh, and it was quite a bother. And so on his own strength it was failing him, and so he sought for divine strength, divine attention, something that was gonna help him to achieve more as he was doing that. And so it's very important in whatever we're going to be doing in the year 2020 to rely on this grace of God, this divine strength. Whenever things go hard, whenever things seem like they're failing you, seek the Lord and ask for his grace, ask for his strengthening, This sufficient grace of God that was available for Paul will be available for you in the year 2020. And so let's rely on the God that's sustained Paul, and just keep on praying that God will help us pull through the year 2020 by the sufficient grace that was there.
Now, man of God, looking at the sufficient grace that we are talking about and sharing people, some of them out there may be saying, man of God, I'm passing through this predicament, I'm passing through a situation that is unbearable, I think living is not worth it, the year 2019 has not been a better year. So man of God, I want us to really take time in actually explaining to that someone who is in that very situation, to say, even if things tend not to work out today, things are hard today, His grace is sufficient, and it is the same grace that is going to push you to the year 2020. The year 2019 has got its own challenge. You have probably passed through crying, lamenting, and mentioning all sorts of things, not believing on God. But I want you to understand the same God that has been faithful from January to December. This day is a significant day, so you need to be very watchful of this day. This is the reason why the Lord spoke to me, and He said, announce to the people of the world, tell them there is five hours of prayer. So you need to get to that level where you're going to be activating the sufficient grace to work for you this 2019. Before we jump into 2020, I want you to spend your 5 hours speaking to God to give you the grace. It is the grace, man of God, that will push these people to 2019.
Yeah, in conclusion, to anybody that is going through different predicaments, different problems, different troubles, without the grace of God, you will fail.
Yes.
Without the grace of God, you will not come out of that situation. Without the grace of God, you are definitely going to fail. And so the only word we can put up there is for you to trust in the Lord and trust in the sufficient grace of God to carry you through. You may be losing hope, you may be going through hard situation, but the only word that is there is may you hold on to God and believe in the sufficient grace of God. So we give you God all the glory for this wonderful day and for the ministration of the grace of God. Even as 2020 comes, may the grace of God be with you all.
In Jesus' name.